Production.
Alright guys, welcome back. Second video starting. This is the software I use for music. It's called Goldwave. If you guys are interested, it's free. For a limited time offer, it's free, but then after a while it asks you for a subscription key. So all I do is uninstall and reinstall, and it helps. But I have a full version. I've had it for 4 or 5 years. Okay, back to Doom Builder. So we've seen how to install Doom Builder, and if not, I recommend clicking here for the video on how to install Doom Builder. Alright, and if you did, awesome, we're all set to go. So bear with me, we will start this together, and if you want to follow along, that's awesome. If not, then cool. So let's start off a fresh map. Let's just do new map, because I'm not going to open an existing map. Let's do a new map. It's going to be called for Doom. First level is Earth 1 Mission 1. That's what EM stands for, Earth 1 Mission 1. Look for the WAD file. The WAD file should be located in the Ultimate Doom folder. If you're doing Doom 2, then go to your Doom 2 folder and Doom 2 WAD. But in this situation, we're doing Doom 1, and yeah, let's hit OK, and let's add resources. So we already did that, and OK. So to zoom in, zoom out, you simply scroll out and scroll in. This is a little picture I got. Where the heck is it? Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Well, it should be right here. Let's see, Doom Builder keys. Alright, I went over here. So this is a little thing I actually got offline. These are the shortcuts for this. I will be including these in the description, so don't go crazy on me and say, oh no, I gotta pause the video. If you want to write it down, go ahead. T is for things mode. So basically, I'm just going to do this for now. T is for things mode. If I click over here and I hit T, this is things mode. L, take me to lines mode. S will take you to section mode. V will take you to vertice mode. And you see how all this works. And what they mean with these: decrease grid size, increase grid size. You can make the grids change, go big, small. And basically, it's, for example, if I make a line, you click on L or just click on this, and then you right click to start a line. You just click it, let it go, and it'll start dragging to the points. If I increase the grid as I'm here, let's say I want to increase grid, so I click, you see these things change. The smaller they get, the more accuracy, better angles I can make. They can get very, 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 very small, down to like pixels. So I think 16 or 8 is the default that people use. So yeah, I hit escape to cancel out of that. So let's put this aside. It will be included in the description, and let's start this off. So I just want to make a simple level here. So I'm going to hit L, right click to start a line. I'm going to make this room probably 128 by 128 by 128, whatever. So that's how the room looks. If you hit W, I called it, W means go in, well, I can't see anything. So we're going to have to go to T for things mode. Things mode is up here. Right click on anywhere you want on the map, but for this occasion I'm going to click in the center of here, and I will minimize this, open that, and hit visual mode camera, and I'll be looking down. Okay, so if I hit the W again, I will appear inside of the actual thing I've made. Sorry if you can hear the AC in the back. that was not intended for it. But here we go. Hit W. So now I'm inside that square. In order to fly around, you're going to use the E to move forward, D to move back, S to move left, F to move right. Kind of like your gamer keys, ASW, AD, or whatever. This is ESDF. Let's just move them a little bit. Just move one keystroke to the right. So if I want to go high or down, I just point the mouse to where I want to go, you know, back, forward, and it's pretty simple. And if I want to be on the ground, I figured this out later. If you hit the G button, you fall on the ground, and then you're basically on the ground. So if there's a stairway, you actually go up the stairway. If there's lava, you fall in the lava. You won't. This is just a visual mode. So if I want to get out of that mode of flying, like staying on the ground, I hit G again, and it'll take me off the ground. And if I hit G again, let's see if it does it. It's not doing it, which is very surprising. Oh, there we go. I had to be inside of the land, I guess. Cool. So, alright, this is how it starts. I'm gonna hit W to get out of this, and I'm going to see. I'm gonna actually hit L to increase the length. So I'm gonna left click this. Well, actually just left click and hold and then drag it. And then I also want to make sure that, I don't know what I'm saying, but hold on. I want to see the ceiling textures. You see how they're off a bit? I don't like that. So I'm going to pull this line down. Let me increase one of the grid. There we go. Pull this down. Pull this to the right. So now the ceilings look really nice. Go back to floors. So if I go into the game, the ceiling looks like it actually belongs there. It wasn't all crooked like earlier. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go to things mode, right click wherever I want, which will be in the center. I'm going to put these little icons look small. Why? Okay, so let's go to players, double click, or just hit the little plus. Player 1 starts. By having that blue and selected and seeing this down here, when I hit OK, it'll be player 1 start location. But I want them facing to the right. So let's, over here you have this degrees thing, whatever. I think you can go even crazier with the degrees, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you can. But whatever, I want 0. It's going to be looking to the right. Basically where that little line is sticking is where this arrow will be looking at. So this guy is going to be looking to the right. So if I hit W again, he is right there. It's a 2D thing, so no matter where you're looking at, it'll be looking at you. But he's basically looking that way. This is what it would look like if you start the game. Somewhat. W again to exit. So I will go ahead and add another room. There's a couple ways of doing this. L, go back to L, which is line mode. Right click, and then let's just make another room. And there we go. And now we need to make a door here. So what I'm going to do is hit L again. If I wasn't in lines mode, right click and just start this. I want it to be in the center. I want to do my lines like this, and then you're like, oh, my door is crooked. It's not centered to the walls. It's kind of out of the center. I don't like that. Well, there's a couple ways of fixing this. Either you hit L here and you drag this down. When you can count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know I need to go one more. Or I could have done this since the beginning. If I hit the L and then I'm in lines mode, right click, I click this way. That number that you see there that says 69 is the middle of the line. So if I keep on going here, down, 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 once the middle of the line hits this white little line in here, you can probably see this little line in there. There's a white line in here. Once that number reaches that line, we are at center. And then just go the other way, this way, and then finish it off. Recommended V right here. Delete all the extra vertices you have. You will see why. I'm actually going to show you why. You see this right here? That's because of that vertice. Excuse my English if it's wrong. So yeah, this will cause problems. Let's say I want to change this texture to, I don't know, let's go to doors, door track. I'll be like, oh yeah, and then I'm gonna start playing the game. I don't realize what is going on here, because your door will be coming down. You're gonna be like, what is this extra wall? So in order to fix that, we just delete this. So we hit V, and then we click that, and then the delete button, and that should delete that vertex, and then your texture is actually right. So okay, we have this guy and he's looking this way. We want to put a door here, an exit sign here, a shotgun here, probably a couple of enemies, imps and shotgun guys and soldier guy, whatever. So let's start that out. In order to make this a door, we're going to go to section mode, hit the S, or just click up here, or sector mode. I call it sections because it literally is selecting sections. But yes, sector mode. So we're gonna left click it, and you see that one, we're gonna right click that afterwards. Or you can just probably right click. Yeah, just right click it. I just learned something today. Floor height, we want it to be, well, it's already 0, but the ceiling height, we want it to be 0. And why, I will explain in just a bit. I'm gonna hit X, W. This is 0, that is whatever the ceiling height was. If I pull this down, that's basically your door. I mean, I can fly around until I can click that, and if it's red highlighted, I can look away and just scroll up and down with my mouse scroller thingy, mouse wheel, and you know it's good. But there's easier ways of doing this. Instead of scrolling that down, Control Z, clear. See, it's clear, just like unselect. Go back to sectors, right click, just click 0 on this height. Unlock, come on, there we go. And then it'll automatically do it for you. There's a lot of ways of making a door. So we might have to increase the size of this room in order for the door to look good. So now that it's there, what we're gonna go ahead and do is hit lines mode. We're gonna click these two, left click. Once you have them both selected, right click. We're gonna go to side defs. I don't know what defs is. I don't know if it's, I just say side textures. It's telling you with the exclamation thingy here, hey, you don't have texture. So let's just put a door texture. Doors are right here. And it knows doors because I was in doors before for the door track. So doors. Hit OK. Hit OK. Now let's go hit W, back to that. You see how it looks really weird? That does not look like a door. So what I have to do, I have to hit C. Some people know the exact measurements. I think it's 128 for the door measurements. W. I've never had this correct in Doom. I've always had trouble. It might be 128. Wow, it might be. So it looks weird. So I'm gonna hit the arrow until it's centered. I'm actually just highlighting it. I'm not clicking anything. I'm just highlighting it and then using my arrow or my D-pad to do this. Okay, so I actually wanted this to be a little different, so I'm gonna click here. Hopefully it still works. I think it might not. Oh, it doesn't anymore. Okay, so that's the door texture, and let's see if that changed anything. Oop. So we're just gonna have to move this. We can click it and drag it up and down and all that, you know, but To me, that's a little bit tougher. And there you go. So that's the door, W. So now we're gonna hit L again, right click, and we're gonna hit door, open, wait, close. It says also monsters, so monsters, enemies, can also open and close these doors. That is action number 1. You'll start learning about actions. I know some of this stuff is like, what is all this? Oh my god, oh no, help me. Just follow up and you follow with the video and you'll get there. Trust me, I've had very extremely complicated levels now, like that I've created, and I am very shocked that I can do it. It was less than 2 months ago when I started doing this Doom Builder stuff, and I'm very ahead. So we'll talk about tags later, and then once you do that, hit OK. Now we're gonna go hit section or sector mode. You see how the lines went green now? These are green now. It's because they have an action. If I click on one of it, on the bottom left over here, it'll say action 1. If that action wasn't there, this line would still be white like this one. But it's green because it's an action. Now you have applied an action to this line. So now we're going to add graphics to the other parts. So let's hit sectors mode, click here, hold right click, and then we're going to go to floor. Our floor is going to look the same. So let's go to ceiling. Let's go, I think maybe, no, I don't know where it's at here. Flat 20. I like this. A lot of people don't, but I do. What this will be doing will be making the bottom of the door have this texture. We can't move textures that are above and on the bottom. Other like these on the sides, we can move them everywhere. But these, which are ceilings and floors, we can't move them. At least I don't know about it yet. If I did, I wish I did, because I can do so much cool stuff with it. But if I actually wanted this to be centered, all I would have to do would be hit sectors, and then let's move this a little bit more. Maybe that'll work. Yep, there it goes. See that? If I move it like more another direction, it'll ruin. Oh, and I did it right. But yeah, it works. If you want the map to look perfect, there's a couple of adjustments you can do. And then let's see, let's try some gameplay. Alright, so this is the level, and as you can see, the door actually works. This is the small little rooms we've made, up and down, and as you can tell, the graphics are going up and down, and we don't want that. So let's go back into the editor to check that out. And alright, we're back. So as you noticed, if I go in here inside the door, well, you can't see no textures because it's not allowed, apparently. So I purposely did not add the texture to the bottom one. So let's right click this one, side defs, middle one, door track. The system will remember your used textures, and that'll be very handy. Okay? And then to prevent the graphics from moving up and down with the door as the door goes, I'm going to show you guys right here. To prevent from the graphics actually doing that, like wow, going up and down with the door, what we have to do is, let's go back to editor mode, and we're gonna left click the side and left click the other side until they're both red, and then we're gonna right click. We're gonna hit lower unpegged. This will make that graphics, or the graphics, basically stay stationary while the door opens. I don't know if it works here. Yeah, it works here too. You see that? Now it's lower unpegged. The graphics don't move. And yeah, so now that we've done that, we can go into the editor and check it out, but I'd like to do something else before we do that. Let's hit the letter T for items, or something like that. What was T? I don't remember what was T. Things mode, that's what it was. Let's put a weapon. A shotgun. Doesn't matter what direction it's facing because it's a 2D or one-dimensional thing, a one-dimensional object that moves around as you move around. Remember, so it doesn't really matter. It's always looking at you. So, he's got a shotgun right there. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna make a little interesting little mod over here. We're gonna go ahead and hit the V. We're gonna add 2 squares and 2 squares, or 2 vertices, 2 vertices. Go to lines mode. This is what I do for advanced stuff. Like, this is the way I make rooms. I do that, I lift it up, and then I hit vertice again, add this over there, and add this over there. Just square it out. So now I've made a little room. And what's for? For some enemies. So let's add some monsters in here. Nothing tough, because then it could be way too tough. If I want it a little longer, then I just select the L again and hit L to go to lines mode. And this is a little trick that helps. If I want to copy this guy, I click it. Before anything, I hit clear, the C button, just in case I have that selected, and then I zoom in and I click on that, and I'm like, oh, let's copy it. Control C, Control V. Then I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna realize, wait, I'm pasting another first player. So anytime I'm about to copy a line, a sector, anytime I'm about to copy something, we'll go into copying later, I always hit the C one or twice, as you can hear. That way it won't accidentally copy something. So CC, I'm going to click this with left click so it's red, and then copy, and then wherever my mouse is at is where it's going to paste. Okay, and if you want to like get it down to an exact measurement, then for example, let's say the grid was bigger and I hit Control paste, it'll paste it in the middle of the square, but once I grab it and move it, it'll get it back on the grid, and I can no longer put it in the center of the square. So if I am pasting things and I want them exactly at a certain spot, then the only way I can do that is obviously increasing the grid all the way till it's like pixels, or Control V and putting your mouse exactly where you want it. But I think that's a little complicated. I prefer getting the grid to the right size and then hitting Control V and then dragging it, and then it's perfectly center. Both zombies are there. Zombies. Both shotgun guy are there. Over here we're gonna just do, I don't know how much it measures. This is just a test. I think it's 64, so I'm gonna just do that line right there. So the way I did it, I left clicked, I right clicked, sorry, and then I left click, and then after that line is stationary and I'm ready for level or second line, I hit escape, right? The reason I'm doing this is so I can measure where to put my new vertices. So I'm going to hit right click here, I'm on V mode, which is vertices, over there and over there. Now I'll go back to lines mode, delete this, you'll see why I did this. If I go now into visual mode, this right here, I want to change its texture. Remember how we had that weird texture on the inside of this door that I had to delete a vertice? Well, it can come as a good thing. So I'm going to go to base. I'm looking for, where's the switches? Let's put an exit. As you can tell, that is the exit. And see it clear, and that'll be it. But we need to go to L's mode, hit clear, L, and then right click, and there's an exit level. Switch 1, meaning you can only use the switch once. SR means repeatable. We'll get into all this other stuff over here. It's pretty intense, but I like it. So let's go to action 11. And remember, this line is white, or it's red right now because it's highlighted, but it's white. Once I hit OK, it should go. I don't know why it's not doing it. Green. Okay, it does not look green to me, but there is an action to it. So when we click it, is this green? What? Surprised. So let's try the map out once again, and then let's see what happens. Alright, time to test the map out. We're in this room. Shotgun. Oh, and there they go. Forgot those guys were there. Graphics are no longer moving with the door. The lower unpeg helps. And then this should be a switch to exit to go to level 2. And it did! It worked. I wonder what level 2 is. Oh, this is one of my custom maps. Don't look at this. So, yeah. Alright, we're back. So you guys see the map is actually running as planned so far. So I'm going to make a little bit of adjustments just to give it more, I guess, aesthetics. So I'm going to go back to vector, or vertices mode. Vector, Photoshop. I'm going to hit L. I'm going to increase this a little bit more. Edit the V, or the vectors. So back to V. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do V, V, which is a vertice, and then L for lines. Right click, drag it, hit the V, and then move those over. And obviously these are extra vertices, and I don't want them there because they will cause problems. So even highlighting and then just hovering over and hitting delete works. So let's go back to see how that looks. That makes the room look a little bit more normal. So why don't we add some more items or objects? There's some light objects, light sources. Let's put a blue one. Let's go to T, click once, copy, hover the mouse where I want it, and hit paste. Right click and drag till it's nicely put wherever I want. C for clear. W to go to this visual mode. The only way I remember the W is it's a more wonderful view when you're flying around than a plane. So W makes it look wonderful. So that's how I remember. I'm like, what key was it? I want it to look wonderful. Oh, it's W. Wonderful. Okay. And let's do another little thing before we finish this tutorial. Let's go S. Let's right click the section or the sector, and we're gonna do lights blink 1 hertz. So which is action 3. And this is for the entire section. And the brightness will bring it down to 128. And as you see, the room actually gets darker in this mode, and is also darker in this mode. So let's see, anything else we can do? I think this is it for the first thing. Let's try the map out, and then we'll see what happens from there. Alright, and as you see, the actual room looks way better with the extra little room I made on the side of the door. And those candles help. Torches, candles. So, time to see what's going on. We can't see anything. So my brightness might be a little bit too low, but for the sense of the game being a little hard, I guess that's fine. So we can probably bring the brightness up like 16 more. And we're still in business. Alright, so as you can see, this actually worked very well. Clear W for wonderful view. Like I said, the brightness could be increased, but I'm okay with that. W again. So once you make your level of whatever, just hit save map. I'm gonna hit save as because I accidentally saved it as this. So never save on top, or never save your DoomWAD, your original file, the one that came with the game, with the download, legal purchase. Never edit that file and save it again as DoomWAD, unless you know what you're doing, but it can cause very big problems if you do something wrong. So that's why I got a lot of backups, because I do a lot of DoomWADs and change them and whatever. So I recommend making a new folder called new WAD, entering here and then saving that one as DoomWAD, and you save it, close it, and the next time you want to launch up, you can just double click. It should be down here, new WAD, DoomWAD. It'll give you the level that you made, or the available level. So, and then you hit OK and it brings it back up. So let's say it doesn't show up right there. For example, you open Doom Builder and it's not there. You're like, oh, where is it? Well, then go to Open Map, find your file directory, go to new WAD that you made, double click it, and then you're back to stage one, or square one. I don't know. Maybe I do know. Let's see. Doom. So I'm going to pull that called emission to add resources. I'm going to go to new WAD, DoomWAD 2. I might actually just learn this today. And let's just make a simple square, and I don't know why I'm getting this, but let's save it. Might get an error. I'm going to just put DoomWAD save. Okay. And then I'm going to close this and I'm going to reopen it. Open map. You see? So now there's only level 2. That's the part I've never understood. Like, how do I keep level 1 and then add another level 2? So what I do in order to make this work, I call it open map, and then I hit DoomWAD. I don't know why it's not getting me the whole list, but my normal DoomWAD open map, I'm going to go to normal DoomWAD, which I don't know if I should. Maybe this one has it. Nope, not either. Open map. What I do is my DoomWAD, I open it, and then you have all these selections. I wonder how you add more. I would add like 60 more levels. So I do this. If you guys see it, that's fine. I open it. This is one of my levels I made, and it was the original level back then. I deleted everything, and then I just started from scratch. I don't know where I'm at. I'm probably somewhere else. Let's see, T. This is for another day. So then I saved it, and that was it. And then I exit out of here, open new file, open map, or I can just click down here, DoomWAD. Then let's say I select level 6 or 4, Earth 4, mission 6. You're about to load a map without. Okay, if you hit yes, it should be fine, but I kind of sometimes like just doing this just in case. That's not my original DoomWAD. That is another one. This is a whole different map. If I select everything and then delete it, if I go to sections and delete it, and also everything, and then I save it, it'll be saved as this level. So that's the way I am doing it. Then I save map, and then that's it, you know. But I'm not going to do that. So if you want to make your Doom continuously save more maps, then I suggest making a copy of your Doom WAD onto another folder called New WAD or New Doom, and then just keep on editing the maps. Because for now, I have no idea. I'm sort of advanced at this, but I have no idea how to continue adding more maps that you make yourself without having to go to the new map. Because every time you hit new map, you start at mission 1 or whatever you want. But once you save it, you can't access your old data unless, let's see, open map, new. You see, there's only one map. There should have been EM1 or E1, M1, E1, M2. There isn't. So, I guess. Cool. Well, and you guys weren't supposed to see that. But yeah, if you had any questions, any comments, concerns, let me know. Post a comment or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Crazy D Productions out.